While the Dallas Mavericks are in the midst of the playoffs in a heated battle with the Oklahoma City Thunder, it looks like the Los Angeles Lakers are trying to pilfer legendary assistant coach Sean Sweeney from right up under us, as reports show that they have gotten rid of their entire coaching staff last week. They got rid of Darvin Ham, all the assistants, and they're looking to start over just from the ground floor up with their coaching staff. And you can say it's probably the reason why we gave Jason Kidd that contract right away. Just wanted to lock him up in case there were any sneaky suspicions that the Lakers wanted to throw extra money at Jason Kidd. But we do have reports that Sean Sweeney, the legendary assistant coach, is being targeted by the Los Angeles Lakers. And I know a lot of people may not think that, Sean Sweeney's that big of a deal, but we're going to break that down in this video, why Sean Sweeney is an assistant coach that we definitely want to keep on this team going forward. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we start with today's video, I would just like to ask you guys to smash that like button. The last video got like 300 likes. Let's try to go for 400. I know I said 750 and I'll shave my beard, and I kind of don't want to shave my beard, but let's just go for 400 likes in this video, and I'd appreciate it greatly. Thank you guys so much. But let's go ahead and get into this topic, guys, because we saw about a week ago the Los Angeles Lakers, they got a gentleman swept by the Denver Nuggets. They lost 1-4 in the first round of the playoffs. And shortly after, Darvin Ham was fired, and everybody on his coaching staff, they were all gone. And I want to say this was LeBron James' 8th or 9th, maybe even his 10th head coach over his entire career. And I know when it comes to LeBron James, in my opinion, you don't really find a head coach for LeBron. You find a head coach for the rest of the team. I don't really think there's many head coaches that LeBron has had that had that big of an impact. I mean, Eric Spoelstra was a rookie coach. He was still early in his career. Ty Lue, you could say Ty Lue was a big coach for him in Cleveland, got him that championship. And it looked like Ty Lue was a name floating around that the Lakers actually wanted to steal from the Clippers, but it looks like the Clippers are not moving. They're going to give Ty Lue all the money that they can get so he doesn't go anywhere. And in doing so, it looks like the Lakers are turning their sights to Dallas, as Sean Sweeney is a name that's being brought up in circles as far as who the Lakers are trying to go after. A report here from Legion Hoops said the Mavericks assistant now being linked to Lakers coaching search. Like I said, Sean Sweeney. And I know it may not seem like a big deal, like, oh, Sean Sweeney, just a name at the end of the bench. Who cares? I saw a lot of people from the Mavericks fan base not too worried, and then a lot of Lakers fans were like, who's this guy? Why do we even want him? And I feel like not enough people really know just who Sean Sweeney is and his impact on the Dallas Mavericks team, as well as with the players and with Jason Kidd, as they do have history together. But we'll go ahead and break this down. In the article, it says Sweeney is among several names being linked to the job as LA looks to replace Darvin Ham. As of midweek, the team is still in the early stages, with both internal team sources and external coaching sources describing the Lakers as taking their time, unless something changes with, say, Ty Lue. In conversations with sources over the last few days, there's a strong sense the Lakers are putting a premium on experience in this search, following trends where the Lakers have course corrected from one decision by doing a version of the opposite. And since Ham was a first-time coach, that means Kenny Atkinson, who has been on Steve Kerr's staff in Golden State and who did well in the last Lakers coaching search, will be in the mix. So it's not a done deal that Sean Sweeney is the go-to guy, the only name that they want to go after. There are a few other names being thrown in there, but Sean Sweeney is someone that the Lakers are looking at. And this wasn't the first time that Sean Sweeney's name's been thrown around. I want to say 2 years ago when we made it to the Western Conference Finals, his name was all over the place as the Charlotte Hornets were trying to go after him. And the reason why this may not be a cause of concern, but still something that we want to take a look at, is because this Dallas Mavericks team is now entering the era of competition. We are able to actually compete for a championship. I know yesterday's game against the Thunder didn't look good. Luka's hurt, shots aren't falling, Kyrie's turning the ball over, Jason Kidd's weird lineup of putting Tim Hardaway Jr. close out the game. There's a lot of things that need to be improved. However, not as much as the years prior. We have the right personnel. We have the right players. Not many trades need to happen. A lot of people are saying we're just one piece away. But as far as the roster goes, we're pretty good. But that coaching staff is very important. I reported before how Sean Sweeney and Tyson Chandler have been just huge for Derrick Lively in the wake of his mother's passing, as well as just in his development over the entire season. We can give Tyson Chandler all the props, but Sean Sweeney should also get some credit for just how Derrick Lively has developed. And his relationship with Jason Kidd dates all the way back to Milwaukee and even Brooklyn. Look right here. Sweeney has served as an assistant at the NBA level for the past 11 seasons. He got to start with the Brooklyn Nets and served as an assistant coach with the team for one season. After his stint in Brooklyn, Sweeney had coaching stops with the Milwaukee Bucks, Detroit Pistons, before he joined the Mavericks coaching staff ahead of the 2021-2022 season. So Sean Sweeney isn't just some random coach in the league. He is someone who's been around, he has experience, and again, like I said, the relationship that he has with these players are important. It's good that we keep the roster, or at least the main core of our roster together, but the coaching staff included. And that's why I believe we just gave Jason Kidd a contract extension now instead of waiting until the offseason, where who knows what could have happened. Do I really believe that Jason Kidd would have left us to go to the Los Angeles Lakers? No, I don't believe it. But money talks, and you know the rest and whatever walks. So, and I'm not too sure about Sean Sweeney if he is chasing a bag, or maybe he wants to take that next step in his coaching career, or maybe now he wants to be a head coach. That could be a problem for the Dallas Mavericks. Like I said, Derrick Lively, Jason Kidd, even Kyrie and Luka. A lot of players respect Sean Sweeney, and I know that we have other names on our coaching staff. We have Sham God, we have Jared Dudley, as well as many other assistant coaches on our coaching staff. But like I said, I think it's very imperative that the Mavericks do try to retain Sean Sweeney, try to keep this core together as we continue to compete, as we continue to improve. We got to keep the team together. We got to keep the fam together, because if we can build something now in the next few years, who knows? Maybe Sean Sweeney will replace Jason Kidd. You never know. The possibilities are endless. But this right here, like I said before, Derrick Lively talked about how his relationship with Tyson Chandler and Sean Sweeney has gotten closer. When I went home, it was usually my mom I talked basketball to. At this point, I can't do that anymore. So I find myself talking to Sweeney and Tyson Chandler even more. And I've said it already. It's important for the young guy. Our guy, Derrick Lively, the rookie, only 20 years old. We need to surround our players not just with just basketball geniuses and just great minds and great coaches, but just the personnel that kind of makes the team more like a family. It would be, I don't know Derrick Lively like that, but I would assume that a coach that he's that close to after the passing of his mother, he'd want to keep around a little bit longer. The Los Angeles Lakers are somewhat of a train wreck. They don't really know what they're doing. They've got LeBron James, who's about to turn like 65, I think, next year. You got Anthony Davis, who had to replace all the bones in his body with paper mache and glass. The team doesn't know what they're doing. They made the Western Conference Finals last year, and then lost in the first round this year. They were trying to put LeBron James on minutes restrictions, and apparently that was that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And no matter how you want to look at it, coaches do deserve some grace in their career. Not many coaches can just walk into an organization and in the first 2-3 seasons deliver you a championship. It just doesn't happen like that unless you already have a championship roster. I've always been a firm believer for the Dallas Mavericks, especially if our GM and Nico Harrison doesn't do his job, it makes Jason Kidd's job a lot harder to actually get the team to compete. When we look at the roster that we had last year, where we were going with just a bunch of nobodies that were trying to close out games, and Luka was carrying everybody to just trying to win games, we saw what happened in the years prior. So it's very important that the coaching staff remains just like how our roster should remain. And I hope the front office sees that. I hope Mark Cuban and the new ownership realize that Sean Sweeney just isn't some nobody on the end of the bench. He has tenure, he has experience, and he is being highly praised throughout the league. But like I said, just back a month ago in April, this article came out. Dallas Mavs Sean Sweeney remains rising name amongst NBA coaching circles. Mavs assistant coach Sean Sweeney remains a name to watch around the NBA as a rising name. The article continues saying, the Mavs underwent a significant amount of coaching staff changes last offseason, including the departure of top assistant Greg St. John to the Phoenix Suns. Sweeney remains an integral element of how Dallas operates. Sweeney is currently expected to assist Luka Doncic's Slovenian national team as a member of the coaching staff during the pre-Olympic qualification process. And again, I think that's even another reason why the Dallas Mavericks should keep Sean Sweeney. Not only do we want to keep him for our roster, but that would just help Luka's relationship as he goes to play in the Olympics. I don't know. To me, it's a no-brainer. Throw him however much money assistant coaches make, maybe a little bit more just to make sure we can keep him. But I also understand that when you're in that position, you don't really want to be an assistant coach forever. Maybe you do want to be a head coach. And I try to look around and see if I could find any quotes from Sean regarding the matter. Couldn't really find any. However, the Dallas Mavericks, we are in a heated battle in the playoffs, so our only focus should be the Oklahoma City Thunder right now. We can worry about the offseason when it's the offseason. However, at times like this, when there's rumors floating around everywhere, we want to make sure we stay focused. We have trust and faith in this team that they're going to do the right thing by the right people and do right by the fans, so we don't have to worry about this team falling apart after we finally got things together. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for being part of this video. Check out our Discord and our Twitter. Yeah, link description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another free jersey giveaway. The winner will be announced the first week of June. The only way to enter our giveaway is to become a channel member. But until next time, you guys take care. Peace.